KD Bowe Show. It's a tough conversation to have, especially when we know how it ended. DeWayne Craddock, 40-year-old black man. He was named as the gunman who opened fire indiscriminately. Like there was no rhyme or reason to it. Just opened fire at a Virginia Beach complex where he worked. He sent an email resigning from his job. He says, I officially want to put in my 2 weeks notice to vacate my position of engineer the third with the city of Virginia Beach. It's been a pleasure to serve the city, but due to personal reasons, I must relieve my position. The interesting thing is that when I read about this story, it's what he didn't have that stood out. He didn't have a criminal history, didn't have a Facebook, social media account, none of that. Matter of fact, his coworkers thought he was a quiet, polite, nice guy. No kind of warning signs. However, he ends up coming to his place of business with two .45 caliber pistols and a silencer and unleashed all kinds of mayhem, and there doesn't really seem to be a motive. Wasn't any obvious problems with his job performance. There were some reports about him being in the process of being fired, but that turned out to be not true. You know, he was divorced, so he didn't have a wife, didn't have pets. His neighbors said he didn't have visitors. Nothing. They'd never even seen this man take groceries into his apartment, some said. I'm reading one story, a chilling story, eerie story, where a coworker sort of ran into him in the men's restroom minutes before he unleashed all kinds of terror on this building. The coworker said he wasn't evil. He was just another guy who had problems. You know, this is what he said afterwards, because in his mind, he's probably trying to reconcile that when he ran into him in the restroom, he asked him, how you doing? Craddock replied, hey, I'm doing okay. The guy asked him, you got any plans for the weekend? Craddock said, no. Coworker said, well, have a good day. Craddock said, same to you. And moments later, he walks out of the bathroom and randomly fires shots across 3 floors, double-digit rounds, through a door and a wall. Wounded a police officer. 12 people were dead. Other people were wounded. Just awful stuff. My point is this. I say it all the time. I hope y'all can hear me when I say this. Internal conversations become external realities. You can't just let random, reckless, wild thoughts, evil thoughts run through your mind unchecked. Because those internal conversations, the things you say in your mind that you don't say out of your mouth, eventually become realities. And guys, we're bad for this. We do this like nobody's business because we do a good job of stuffing. We say, if I really do what I want to do, if I say it like I really want to say it, or if I express it like I really want to express it, it's going to cause more damage. So what's best for me to do is stuff it, don't say anything, and just keep it moving. Get along to go along. Sure, you had some thoughts about certain things that have happened in your household, but because your wife was so bent on making it go this way, you know what? Just let her do her thing. You have some thoughts about it, you just keep it to yourself because, you know what? I'm just going to keep the peace. So we stuff and stuff and stuff, and eventually all that stuff starts building up. It's like having a 2-liter bottle of soda in your car. You get to the house, and you know that it's been shaken, and the pressure's been building up. You can't just open that thing up. Of course, it's going to explode, but you have to find a way to open up a little bit, close it, open up a little bit and close it so that there is no inevitable explosions, but you can still vent. We got to find ways to vent or an explosion is going to happen. It's not that you can't say what you want to say. You just can't say it like that. Most of the time when somebody really ticks you off on that level, they can't be the first person that you express yourself to. I have things sometimes that I want to say. Honestly, I run it by my friends first. 9 times out of 10, they'll say, nah, dog, hey, player, you can't say it like that. Oh, but they say they want to know the truth. They can't handle the truth. Nobody can handle that, because that's not just truth. That's bitterness, it's resentment, and a whole lot of years of stuffing stuff in that's wrapped around all of that. So when it comes out, it ain't just an explosion. It's an explosion with shrapnel in it. Find somebody to vent to, and that'll change everything for you.